I have finally done it. I have tracked down every single book where Spider-Man's black costume appeared before Amazing Spider-Man 252. If you want to see these books, and I know that you do, stay tuned to this video. Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my videos. I've finally done it. I have been able to identify, track down, and purchase every single book featuring Spider-Man's black costume prior to Amazing Spider-Man 252. It is taking me some time. And thanks to some healthy competition with another YouTuber, I've been able to do it. So super excited to show you guys these books. I'm going to start things off with the two books that have been the hardest to track down. Then we're going to backtrack into some of the other books. If you guys haven't had a chance to check out some of my other videos that I've recorded about this particular topic, I highly encourage you to do it, because in that video, I spend a lot more time talking about the individual books, when they were published, but also showing you specifically what the graphics look like inside the books. I won't be doing that in this video, but if you're curious, I highly encourage you guys to check out that other video. And I have to be careful saying guys, because I now have a couple of women that actually watch the channel, and I want to thank you for sticking with me and thank you for tuning in, because up until this point it's been a lot of guys, but I'm seeing more and more women creep into the channel, so thank you for that. All right, so the two books that have eluded me, I want to show those to you. The first is Heroes Hotline, which was published in December of 1983. It is a gorgeous white cover featuring a black sketch with some red lettering. It is a gorgeous white cover that I was able to pick up just recently. And this was a difficult book to find. And the funny thing is a day or two after I published one of my videos about the black costume, this book popped up in my email. And I had set up a couple of want lists on a few different sites for this book. And lo and behold, at 5 o'clock in the morning, it popped up in my email, and I immediately purchased the book. I honestly don't even know if I looked at the photos. I hit the button to buy it and crossed my fingers that I was indeed the first one to snag this book. And it arrived not that long ago. It is in solid shape. It's not in amazing shape. There's a couple of things that I think can be corrected with some cleaning and possibly a press. There's some things going on in this corner that are really hard to see because it's a white book and it's still in the Mylar, and there's a light in front of me. There's some things going on here, and there's some things going on the spine. Nothing too serious. Again, I think a clean and a press will definitely improve it. But it's a nice cover. It really is a nice looking book. You can see some of the stuff going on over there, maybe. So this one was a very difficult book to find, but I'm definitely pleased to have it in my possession. And I thought once, I had secured that book and this book, the comic reader, I think it's 215 from December of 83, I thought that my search was over. But as soon as I was able to land these two books, I very quickly realized that that was not the case. There was another book that was out there that no one had really heard of before, and that was even more difficult to find than Heroes Hotline and Comic Reader. It was the Comics Journal. This thing is tough to find. And when you find it, it's tough to get it in a good shape. I've only seen two of these books online, and I've seen both of them in the last week, maybe week and a half. I had some negotiation going on with one guy. He wouldn't budge on his price. I ended up not buying it. Another book popped up. I was able to have a back and forth with this guy. He knew exactly what he had in his possession. He knew the significance of the book. He knew the value of the book. He knew that the condition of the book warranted a higher price point, and also given its significance. But we were able to come to an understanding and an agreement, and I actually was able to get the book for less than what he was asking, which worked out, I think, in everyone's favor. But it is the Comics Journal number 85, and this was published in October of 83, and it is a really nice black cover. Let's see if I can get the light right. Black cover book. It also has a black back. I've taken it out of the plastic, and it looks as nice on the back as it does on the front. The book is in great shape. The guy sent me high resolution photos of the book. There's only a couple of little things wrong in the two corners here. There's a little blunting that's going on. I mean, it's a relatively thick book. It's also an oversized preview. But again, it is in, you know, you can see how large it is. It is in amazing shape to be as large as it is. But I'm very pleased to have finally secured these two books, because they essentially complete this project for me. So I want to go ahead and show you guys some of the other books that are part of this, pre-ASM 252. There's, of course, the Comic Reader. This is one that I've shown before. I've shown it in a previous video. And not only do I have 1, 2, I now have 3 copies of this book. When it rains, it pours. So I have 3 copies of that book. And I'm not showing these books in order, so I apologize for that. But again, if you go back to my previous videos, I show them in the proper order. I talk about the significance. I show you the images inside, etc., etc. There is, of course, Marvel Age 12, which is a cover swipe of Secret Wars number 1. There is Marvel Age 13. Really nice cover there. There is Amazing Heroes 35. Really nice white cover. There is Amazing Heroes 39. And I think those are all pretty much the pre-252. Now I want to show you a couple of the books that were the 252 ties, if you will, and then also the origin book. So of course everyone knows 252, right? This is a wonderful homage to Amazing Fantasy 15. But the same time that book came out, there was, of course, Spectacular Spider-Man number 90, featuring the Black Cat and the Black Costume. And then, of course, there was Marvel Team Up 141. And I've shown you basically all of my raw books with the exception of 141, because unfortunately I only have 1 copy of this one. But of course, there was also Secret Wars number 8, which is the origin of the Black Costume. So there you have it. Those are all of the pre-252 Amazing Spider-Man books. I am super pleased to have completed this project. It has been a very, very fun project, because it's one of those things that, as soon as you think that it's over, you realize that there's a little bit more. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's another book out there that we haven't heard about that pops up and someone's like, well, what about, So to be continued, I guess. But I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you have not subscribed to the channel, I encourage you to do so. And if you are subscribed, I want to say thank you for subscribing. Thank all of you for watching the channel, for your comments, for your likes. And if you have been following me, if you have been commenting, you may want to stay tuned to the end of this video, because I'm going to be giving some shout outs as part of a Viewer Appreciation Sunday. Take care and have a good day.